the Denver Broncos. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Second and 12. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, you're down there really close, but just 2nd quarter here. What are you doing?
Well, I know that your offense is looking at the sideline saying, let's go for it. But reluctantly, take them off the field and bring out the field goal kicker. A lot of time left in this game. Get 3 points on the board and go back to work.
Yeah, and you're within striking distance. It's not like you're down 30. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd and a yard, Murray. Throw left side complete to Isabella. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 7 yards the pickup there. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Bridgewater on first down. That's going to be caught by Judy.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Bridgewater sets up the screen to Gordon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 1st down, Broncos. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. First down, Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. J.J. Watt showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, 35 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw, it's Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That's caught over the middle by Fant. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
McManus's point after is good, and that will take us to the end of the 1st half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of 1st halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Murray. Again, he finds more.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Murray giving to Connor on the option. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Murray now on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Throwing now is Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Murray going to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown Arizona. A.J. Green. 36 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, 42 yards.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Cardinals.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. Looking
for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater.
And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Murray now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular, oh my goodness, they can go all day. And in fact,